Like saying Mexican migrant workers built SpaceX. Not to mention the Civil War destroyed nearly everything. Black people did not build this country. Saying black people built this country is like saying Mexican migrant workers built SpaceX. Not to mention the Civil War destroyed nearly everything. After the Civil War, we started with a clean slate. And also, there would not be black culture without white America. Black culture, or what people consider black culture, started after they came here. When people talk about black culture, they don't talk about all of the shit you see on National Geographic. These people don't go to Africa. They talk about the culture that you see now, which is a direct result of white people. The language that they speak, mostly, the technology that they use, the places that they live, the instruments that they use in their music, literally everything is the result of white people. Hell, even the guns they use to shoot each other. It's all a result of white people. And all those black kids that grew up in fatherless homes were able to do that because the white government subsidized their living, paid for by white people. When people say, what is white culture? That's like a fish saying, what is water? Motherfucker, you are swimming in it. The modern world exists as it is because of white culture. It is a symptom of white culture. All of the beautiful things you see around you, all of the beautiful architecture, the art, the literature, the movies, the entertainment, literally everything around you is a symptom of white culture. Let's say you moved into somebody's house and you used all of the nice furniture and decorations in there to create a nice little homey spot for yourself in there. A nice little comfortable room that expresses your personality. Now that doesn't mean that it's still not that person's house and you didn't use their shit to do it. Everybody wants to move into white places and use white people's shit to create and to morph something that may resemble something unique, but they don't want to give credit where credit's due. If it wasn't for white people, you wouldn't have rap music, you wouldn't have Cajun food. Name one thing about modern black culture that isn't a direct result of white culture. If you really wanted to immerse yourself in true black culture, you would move to sub-Saharan Africa, but you don't want to do that, because it fucking sucks there. And every single place in the United States that is overflowing with the third world fucking sucks. It is the lack of white culture in the country that creates a shitty area. If you're moving somewhere, you don't think, oh man, there's no white people here. Must be a great place to live. Nobody thinks that. And trying to prevent racism is like trying to prevent the rain from falling, even though the Jews are figuring that one out. And they just so happen to be behind trying to make everyone not racist as well. In-group preference essentially equates to racism. And you know what? Studies have shown, even though that's gay to say, white people show the least amount of in-group preference, which is one reason why we allow everybody to talk so much shit about us. Before we got to Africa, they had the exact same culture as, say, Sentinel Island. And of course, Sentinel Island is known for their very rich culture. Oh, but blah, 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 blah. They don't really have a culture. They don't really have shit. They don't even have the wheel. Okay, what is culture? If you can barely communicate and you have a base level language that can only express very minor and simple emotions, then is that really that dense of a culture? Absolutely not. It's a different one, but I think we can all agree that none of us would want to go live and immerse ourselves in the culture of Sentinel Island. We have cathedrals, they have mud huts, we have composers, they have cannibals, and their music and artistic ability rivals that of an autistic 6-year-old child. See, the thing is, white culture is heavily refined and developed, intricate and deep, and it spans across every continent on the earth because white culture creates powerful civilizations. It creates an environment conducive to growth, development, and technological advancement. And other cultures are conducive to, I don't know, throwing spears at people for coughing. White culture as it stands today is definitely not the best example of our peak.
You're fucking a white male!
What you're witnessing is the midpoint of a very fast downfall, and that is due to influence of other cultures. White culture, when left to its own devices, would conquer the world. Other cultures have not even come close, and that's not from a lack of trying. Every culture currently, or at some point, has tried to or wanted to conquer the entire world. See, every organism wishes to reproduce, spread its tendrils, if you will. As above, so below. When a bunch of humans get together and create an entity, in this case, a culture, the structure or organism with all of its different cooperative parts, all working toward the same goal, which is reproduction. What I'm trying to say, white culture is the most effective culture at doing what culture does. And that is growth. Anyway, I love white people. You should